spearheaded the effort for the marquee restoration.
So we bought the building, remodeled it. Looks nothing like it used to.
The ugliest Christmas sweater I've ever seen.
Me too.
We're on.
Oh, we are.
We're live. Well, no more talking about whatever we were just talking about before. If you want a little inside scoop of what I was listening to for the last 2 minutes, it had to do with a little bit of pregnancy, a little bit of labor, just women power stuff. So, and that's why we're here. So perfect timing. We'll talk to these ladies in just a bit. Sponsor update to Alpha Roofing Company. They are out of Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, and Mason City. If you need a roof done, give them a call. All right, ladies, what are we doing here?
I don't know.
Yeah, you invited us.
Yeah.
How? First off, how did I even get you guys to do this? I'm a little surprised by that.
I don't know.
Not so much Britt. I knew Britt would, but Teresa, how? I mean, I just
don't know.
I just pulled you in. You're like, oh yeah, I'll do it.
Sucker, I guess.
Well, first off, I want to introduce these two both. You own the liquor store and company, or the liquor store company in the town, Shady Tree Liquors. Is that what it's called?
Get it right. It's called Shade Tree. There's nothing shady about it.
Every
time
I
he messes up.
What is it called?
Shade.
It's Shady.
Tree.
I think it's Shady.
There's no shady about it.
Call it Shady Acres because
Oh my God. Remember how many times during the Northwood town to town I was calling it Shady Acres? Like, we're not going there, I don't think.
No, I had some dart players that they call themselves the Shady Witches, and yeah.
Dart players? Is that
Dart
like going on when everything closes at your place? Or you're going to the bar to do that?
No, I don't have the bar anymore. But when I had the bar, these girls were sponsored by the bar, and they call themselves the Shady Bitches.
You know, you sponsored our volleyball team, and I can't remember what our
I don't
slogan
remember.
was.
I'm bowling on Tuesdays, and we're going to be
Long
called
time
next
ago.
year. We call them the Shady Witches because one of the girls, she loves witches, and I'm shady, she's witches. So that's how we're going to do it.
All right, stop talking for a second. All right, Brittany.
Yes.
I can't even remember yours. It's hold on.
Oh my God.
Fringes and laces.
No.
This is so entertaining to me. I don't know why I can't remember both your businesses. I can go anywhere and be like, "Yep, I know that one. Don't know their name, but I know that." Okay, give us the lowdown.
Fringe and Lace by Brittany.
I was close.
You were close.
I was so
You were
close.
shady on that one.
I was right on. It's just going to be, so if you don't know yet, I have two women I'm interviewing. I have Christina with me doing all the technical stuff. And then Ashley, nope. Who's back there? Amanda. I knew it started with an A. She's back there giving me a hard time. So let's buckle our chin strap and get started here.
Yeah.
So your
I'm asking the
Facebook
questions
page
here.
is Christopher, the meteorologist from where?
Wow.
Just kidding.
Maybe she should be asking the questions. That was slick.
Right, Christopher.
Yeah.
Christopher, there's
Nelson with an E.
no,
S-E-N. No, I'm just kidding.
it's O-N with Nelson. There's a story behind that I'll talk about.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be asking the questions. We got about 41 people on here. I think this will grow as the entertainment continues. All right, we're going to start with you.
Oh, great.
I want to hear a little bit about where you were last week.
I was in Arizona
What were you doing in Arizona?
at the in-laws' house.
Must
I did
be nice.
nothing, and it was perfect.
So we were all, Britt and I were sitting back, getting 10 inches of snow.
No, I was not sitting back. I was working my butt off.
Yeah, she's always working.
This is going to be
You're
a long.
sitting on your butt
This is going to be a
doing
long
nothing.
hour, folks. So
You
get
work all
ready.
the time.
We work too much.
Yes, I think we all do.
Mhm.
You were in Arizona taking some time away.
Yep.
Who was taking care of the liquor store? Not
Lisa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was taking stuff, and then Al and Jonna were there, and
Mhm.
then I found these these cute little. I should have taken a picture, but the little ants made out of rocks and metal with Corona drinking. So a whole bunch of them. So I thought that looks just like them. So I bought 3 of them, and that's what they got.
What's the weirdest thing that you sell at your liquor store? Something that we would be really surprised by. I mean, let's not get into anything that might be inappropriate here.
I don't sell inappropriate stuff.
You got a little section though. Okay, so when you walk
Party
into the
store.
liquor store, what is it?
Party store.
Party
room,
store.
yeah.
You got anything a little bit weird in there?
No, I used to.
Well, okay, what did you have in there?
Well, when I first started,
Was it like a Spencer's?
no. When I first started it, when I moved over there from the old store, moved over there in 2014, I was going to have a party room. And so everybody assumed I was going to have can I say the
Adult.
adult party things
Well,
over there?
you've already said the B word, so you can say something else too.
Okay,
Adult party.
adult party things.
My children.
I mean, I'll say it. I don't care.
Yeah, just say it. Say what you're talking about.
Dildos
Perfect. Thank you.
and sex toys. That's
Wow.
what I was gonna have. That's what everybody thought I was gonna have. It's like, no, it was never my intent. I was really gonna have the birthday party stuff, for the gay gifts for bachelorette parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, then you go online looking for that crap, and all you had to buy 48 of this, 96 of this. It's like, who wants the same thing? I want like 4 of this, 3 of this. I don't.
Could
want
you imagine
all of
walking
these
into your
things.
store and 40 of them
Oh my
No.
God, it's the same thing. So,
doing this, 40 of them just hanging around?
So I quit.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I quit carrying that stuff. Now I just got stuff for, parties. It's just the glasses, and I got some cups, and I got some, barware, and
You
that
have cute
kind of
stuff. You have
Cute
gift
stuff.
bags. And
There's some gift bags
over
in
the
there
hill
and
stuff.
over
Like
no.
don't you have like just the? Don't you have like the crowns and stuff anymore?
No,
Oh.
I got rid of all that.
Oh.
That was the party stuff. And I got rid of that because
Gotcha.
you
Well, I
had
thought
to
you
buy
still had some of that
48.96.
stuff.
No,
Oh.
got rid
Gotcha.
of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have really cute wine glasses and
had little tumblers that have smart
Yep.
smart comments on it, just like my sign out there does.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Shade. Let's get that right.
Yeah.
So you're not
I'm
Googling
not
Shady
shady.
Acres.
I'm not shady.
And Adam Sandler pops up.
Yeah.
All right. So I think an under point that you're forgetting about the whole thing of your place, not inside, it's outside. You're underselling the fact that you have a drive-through. I
do.
That is cool. How many people use that a day? You don't have to give names because I'm sure you're getting repeating
Chris
customers.
Nelson every day.
With an O.
Oh, it's about, I'd say 40% of the time people are driving through.
Wow.
Well, you're lazy for one thing,
Yeah.
or they have
Well-
kids in the car. And
yes.
the bad thing is when you want a 30-pack of beer, it's heavy to push through the window, and then like, oh, it's so heavy. It's like, well, yeah, that's what happens when you got to put it through the window. But
And
that's
Britt,
what it is.
do you use it? Not daily.
Oh yeah.
Every
Not
day,
daily.
every
no,
hour.
Not daily. No, but my oldest son, when he was younger, we'd always drive by and he's like, "Mom, there's the juice store." Like he knew where the juice store was in town.
Is that the son when you say no to him, he goes,
No, that's my youngest.
and
No,
you got quite a zoo.
I do. I do. Yeah. No, that was my oldest. But I think, do you guys still give suckers?
I do.
Yeah.
We have people that the kids know we have suckers, and they
Mhm.
say suckers, suckers. So even the ones that there's some people that come in the store, my kids need some suckers. Okay, how many today?
Mhm.
So it's pretty. So we give out dum-dums.
Okay.
out.
You're kind of like a bank, but just
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
giving away
We used to give out dog treats every once in a while. Then I just couldn't do that anymore. So,
dog treats.
Well, it
you
was-
know, anything to pull them in.
but I just do the kids that brings them, make the parents. Oh my God, get treats. So
Okay. So you had a busy, not last weekend, but the weekend before, right?
A week from yesterday.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit. First off, tell us a little bit about your business if no
Sure.
one knows about it.
Yes. So I own a bridal store here in town. So we do tuxedos, wedding dresses. We're doing prom right now. We're right in the middle of prom.
I'm sure you're just crazy. booked.
It's nuts. Yes. But last weekend we did a wedding expo at the new event center. And
where is
was
that?
Amazing.
Is that my favorite building in town, or is that across the
No,
street?
that's
No,
across the
mine's a
street.
favorite building.
It's top 3.
well, he was talking about the Opera House.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, the Stromstein building. I don't want any man to get mad at me. The Stromstein.
Yeah, I could
I can
feel
never
the
say that
glare.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But everybody knows of the Opera House because he likes the roof.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a cool building.
Yeah, but it's across the street. It's the
Yes.
old lumber yard in town.
Mhm.
Okay. So what went on there? You had a little expo
We had a wedding expo. We had 27 vendors. We sold,
in Northwood.
Well, the vendors were from
Yeah,
all
yeah,
around the area.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they came here.
Yes. We had DJs, photographers, cupcakes, cheesecakes. I mean, everything wedding we had. We had fashion show. We gave away a honeymoon to a lucky winner. So she still gets to decide if she wants to go to Mexico, Caribbean, or Vegas for her honeymoon. She was going to talk to her husband to be.
Whoa, what would you
Yeah.
guys pick out of that?
Oh, Caribbean for
I think
sure.
so, too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to Vegas. No, Caribbean is much
Yeah.
better. I've been there twice.
No.
It's nice.
Yeah. I've never been to the Caribbean, but I've been to Mexico, been to Vegas.
Actually,
something different.
I actually got my hair dreadlocks. I had 54 dreadlocks in my hair.
Can
Or
you
the
find
little
that,
brief-
put a picture and put that out?
That's what before the picture. This before Facebook. This before anything.
Oh, so
Yeah.
so Christina can't get access to that?
Negative. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you can't find it. So I had braids all. I had braids all.
That
I had
would
like
be fun.
54 of them, and then
I
my,
feel like
you know,
there's a picture out there
then
somewhere.
you took all the ribbons out of the rubber bands out, and my hair was like this.
I bet.
Oh my gosh. So I want to find out a little bit about you, your background. Where do you think you got your spirit of business? Because you own a bar, you obviously own the liquor store in town.
Mhm.
You've always been kind of I won't say you're a serial entrepreneur, but you've been around it.
I'm not a serial killer.
No, you got to be careful for those kind of people. Though.
Yeah, I know.
Your mom and dad had a industrial
Yes.
business of some sort. So tell us
Right.
about that.
Yeah. My folks moved here in 1966 and opened up. I did not have that
Show
picture. Oh
that.
my God. No. No. Absolutely.
Oh, weird. She had the same shirt on then too.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh my God. Really? Anyway, folks moved here in 1966. I was like a year and a half old. And Carroll George Incorporated, a lot of people know about that one. It was John Deere parts, foam, vinyl, plastic, John Deere, Caterpillar, a whole slew of them. Navistar did parts for them too. And then my dad sold the company in 1999. And I actually worked there for 11 years. So
What did you do there? A little bit of everything?
Well, I started on a production line, and then I ended up in income and inspection. And then my dad fired the purchasing manager, and I got that job because I did almost everything except for talk to the suppliers.
Nepotism? Is he trying to just kind of get you going back up?
Well, yeah, but then he sold the company.
Who did he
So-
sell it to? So what happened there? Why did you take it over? No trust?
Probably not. I can't ask him anymore, but I know he
Right.
and I had words over that. Anyway, Mortensen, somebody out of Illinois bought it, and then they sold it, and it's been sold like 4 times now. It's Federal Foam Technologies now, but
Oh, okay.
it was sold like 4 times in the last 20 years.
The last couple of years, what were you doing there?
Purchasing, I was doing that for 10 years.
Okay. How many
Yeah.
people worked there?
Oh God, I don't remember. That was 21 years ago since I was there.
Oh, I remember what I was doing 21 years ago.
Well, I was probably drinking back then too, but
I was too. I was 15.
yeah, see, I was old enough to drink. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
about to get my license. I wasn't drinking
Yeah.
and driving at that point.
Right.
Not that I ever was. I better make sure everybody knows that. What are you laughing about over there? What about your family? What's your background? I know you jumped into this, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
My business?
Yeah.
Opened it 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yep. So actually, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she started a craft store out of her house. And then we
Very
bought my parents bought a house like 2 doors down. They remodeled it, and then she put her craft store right in there. So I mean, I'm kind of grew up with the entrepreneurship, I guess.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do this, and yeah, the time was right.
I'm gonna ask you
Yeah.
a couple questions in a bit. Sponsor update. Jason, who else do we have? Jason, Willie, and Derek. Remember when I forgot Jason?
You forget Derek. He's gonna take you.
Oh, Derek
He can
would.
take you out.
Well, Derek doesn't get upset. It's Jason who kind of scares me a little bit sometimes.
Really might put you in a black garbage bag.
Nah, Willie's too nice. Jason will. Kidding, guys. They're our sponsor.
I know an Italian guy that can hide you in a garbage bag.
That's scary. Let's get-
There's plenty of farmers around here.
There are plenty of farmers.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
a lot of big hog farmers
Yeah.
around here.
What goes on in Northwood? Thank you to Alpha Roofing Company. If you have any roofing needs, just around the corner. We're getting into April. That's about the time that roofing companies start. I'm sure they'll be busy, but they would definitely love your business. So, why Northwood? A lot of people
Yep.
may say
Mhm.
that it's going to be a struggle in a small town.
Right.
But I still believe, and obviously you're going to believe this, and you'll believe this as well, Christina, you can have a business anywhere as long as
Mhm.
you have the talent and you're a good marketer
Mhm.
and you love what you do.
Yeah.
Correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
So why
So,
Northwood?
why Northwood? So I knew that I wanted to expand and start my wedding business.
Mhm.
And so I'm originally from Albert Lee. So I did look at moving to Albert Lee for my business because I have a lot of hometown connections there. But I also wanted to make sure that I checked in with Northwood. And honestly, I worked with both economic development groups and Northwood. I mean, it was a no-brainer. They were willing to bend over backwards to do whatever they could do to help me. Whereas Albert Lee was more, here's what we have to offer and that's it.
Oh, wow.
Like to kind of take it or leave it. And not saying that Albert Lee would be a bad place to start a business at all, but just for me personally, it just fits so much better with my lifestyle. My children go to school here. I can buzz up to the school quick for a half hour and catch them if I need to and be right back to work. So rather than, taking the 20 minutes to drive, do what I need to do and then come back, it just fit. It was a better fit for me overall.
Well, I'm curious. I think every city does some. They do things a little bit differently with the economic plan and downtown plan. So what did Northwood kind of sell you and stick to their word on? Apparently, because you've been here for 4 years. What did they sell you on that Elbert Lee maybe didn't? Can you talk about it?
She liked me more. So
well, you're the one kind of that behind the scenes.
So Teresa is on city council. So just the city itself has grant programs, loan programs, the economic development. The only time I had to go to the bank really was to get my SBA loan. So, honestly, like they were great. I don't know. There would have been, it just would not, when you really work the numbers, it would not have made sense for me to go to Albert Lee.
But no, not if your kids are here.
My kids are here.
They're right there.
Yes. And one thing that people forget about Northwood is that we have Mason City, Clear Lake, Austin, and Albert Lee all within 20, 30 minutes. So not only, how do you beat that?
Yeah,
you don't. And Bridal is such a destination location anyways. People will drive 2 hours to go to a specific store if it's the one that they want. So I wasn't scared of it at all. Not at all. If anything, it was a no-brainer.
Where did you get some of these ideas and concepts to be able to pull a talent or a business like that in there? Because if she was not willing to, think about this. If you didn't have the actual plan set up or grant programs or whatever that pulled Britt, she wouldn't have been here. So what did you do? How did the city council come up with some of these ideas to pull businesses in?
They were done before I was in the council, actually.
Well, you're supposed to take credit for this.
Well, I'm just smarting off with her,
but
it was business incentives and all that kind of stuff to get people to come here. When my dad moved here back in '66, they actually gave him some good incentives to come back then. To come to town, and then he built the place up off the other side of town, and it's been there ever since.
The biggest advice I can give anybody that wants to start a business anywhere is you have got to ask questions. You have to go into your city hall. You've got to find out what is available. If you try to do it alone, it's really hard. But if you're willing to do the research, talk with the right people, and do your homework, it's amazing what's out there.
So the second half an hour, we're going to talk a little bit more about like women and how the struggles or the positives or the negatives, and we'll talk about that. But I'm curious how you guys personally, kind of educate yourself on how to improve. Is it reading? Is it taking classes? You go first. Is it, how are you trying to improve your program? If it's a city council or if it is at your liquor store, or I know you finally sold the darn bar after like 55 years of owning
building.
it.
I had it closed for 4 years. I had to build. I bought that dang place in 1999 and I sold it in 2020. But I was closed for 4 years for the bar. Because I just couldn't do the bar anymore.
Yeah. But what are you doing to better yourself?
Well, it's interesting too, because we really are in two different phases of our business.
Right. Mine, I'm way, I'm so far into it that
your wheels are mine greased and running. And
you're not an old dog that you can't learn new tricks. You're not old.
Not yet.
No, you're still good. You're not retiring anytime soon, are you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So there's, okay. So I'll ask maybe a different type of question. What's different in 2021 than was when you actually opened up the liquor store? How are things different? Are people drinking less, more? Has digital changed at all?
Well, if you take out,
you're probably drinking more, but
I don't even drink, hardly ever.
What do you drink? You don't drink coffee. You don't drink alcohol. What are you just drinking? Water?
I'll drink water, and I drink pop, and I like tequila.
The truth comes out.
Ask her about her cherry chapstick.
Oh my God.
What, are you addicted to that?
Okay, so I like cherry. I don't have. It's a peppermint right now.
Oh, well, it used to be cherry chapstick.
It used to be cherry chapstick. Well, you know that song with what was her name again? Kate. No, Katy Perry.
Yeah,
I kissed a girl. With cherry chapstick.
Yeah.
Well, I always had cherry chapstick, and before that stupid song came out. So anyway, everybody was like, "Oh, cherry chapstick and a kiss girl." It's what the bar. That's what we did. That was just a joke.
You never
So-
kissed a girl before?
No. Well, I
Oh,
think
that was a slow
well,
well, yeah,
okay.
no.
So some of these girls at the bar when they were drinking in there when I was working
Are
in
you
it.
pointing at Britt or are you
Yes.
pointing
Yeah,
at
I was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was. Yeah. So they would try to come up and kiss me, and you know,
No,
cheek and
I never
other
tried to
cheek.
kiss you, but you had friends.
I
that
had
would try-
friends that
Yes,
tried to
and
get yes.
it was
learning
one of
so
it-
much here.
Yes, it was one of your birthdays though. Somebody
I
had brought
know.
you a whole bag,
of cherry
chapstick.
Are
Like
you-
a
are you-
lifetime supply.
Did you
of
take
cherry-
it and sell it? You could probably
I
use
should.
that
She
or
would
something.
have.
Yeah.
She would have
I
sold
would've.
it.
I
Oh,
yeah.
man. You probably did.
No, I did not.
Oh.
I didn't sell a cherry. I used it.
It was gone in like a year.
It was a lot of cherry
I always have
chapstick.
chapstick. Now it's pepper. Now it's peppermint in my pocket. So it was winter time. It was $1. So I didn't care.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so
yeah.
you don't want to tell us how you're educating yourself.
Well, I don't educate myself. I just
Well,
Are
go
you
by
a
my
reader,
gut.
magazine?
No, not really. I
But-
just go by my gut and my head, and
Yeah.
I just think what my dad would say.
And you're very receptive though, because when somebody, especially with the liquor store, if somebody
Mhm.
comes in and they request something, you will get it.
Mhm.
I mean, you are so willing to try
Yeah.
so many different things. I mean, when the lemonade Trulies first came
Oh
out.
my God, I hate seltzers.
Well, but
Every
it was
flavor.
something new,
It
and
was
you're like,
something new.
"Hey, Britt, you might like this."
Yeah, I
and
did.
you
I
let me
said,
try it. You think
Mhm.
I think even gave me a couple free ones, didn't
I
you?
got some free ones given to me, so I didn't give you any
Oh.
free ones. I was given the free ones to give.
You just got the free crap.
Everybody that
Did you
knows
look at the
Teresa.
expiration date?
Yeah, no kidding. No, but everybody knows Teresa that there is no such thing as a free drink
No,
ever.
Yeah,
we're
remember
gonna
that?
pay
that-
eventually.
Remember that Coke that I
Never.
got through the drive-through?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You didn't give me that.
But you gave it back.
I gave it back. You're like, you gonna pay
You were
for
just
it?
doing.
All right,
You were just doing that for publicity.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you were doing
No.
that for.
No, when you had the bar, no free drinks.
I know.
Ever.
I always got it back somehow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
All right, what about
smart.
you?
She's smart.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
she is.
I'm
Yes.
devious. I get the heads very well.
Yeah.
I know you're
Yeah.
doing stuff though.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've always had the interest. So, I mean, all through high school, college, I always took entrepreneurship classes. Terrible story.
We want to hear terrible stories.
yeah,
about it.
so
This is the place to tell.
In high school, my entrepreneurship class, one of my best friends was the biggest procrastinator I've ever met. So I had already turned in my project and she didn't do hers. And I knew that she had to turn it in so she could stay on the hockey team. So I did it for her. And she got a better grade than I did.
Ooh.
Ooh is right. Yeah. Lacey.
Does that have something to do with the teacher not liking you?
No, I
Or
think it
was-
was just that, with practice, you get better, maybe. So maybe we should have just swapped our projects. I don't know.
We were all there in high school.
Yeah.
I remember I had a girlfriend that did like my accounting stuff, and I still to this day can't stand books. Do you guys do your own books?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
For
Mhm.
now.
I can't
Mhm.
imagine.
I'm
you
not
paying
gonna.
anyone.
I'm not paying nobody to do my
No.
bookwork.
No.
The only time I pay someone to do my bookwork's end of year taxes, and that's it.
Yeah.
I got an idea. Let's talk about something here.
Oh, boy.
I know this. Let's see if we can come up with something. Have you guys ever done anything sneaky with taxes yet?
I don't never do sneaky with taxes.
I'm not.
Come
No,
on.
honestly,
I would
like,
never.
I don't have any IRS followers. Come on,
How would I do something naughty like that?
You are so full of BS.
I am not. I have got the
I don't
halo on my
Yeah,
head.
honestly, like I don't even know how I would be able to because mine are such a mess.
So maybe it's like it's in there somehow.
I feel you.
I mean, I do have I have an accountant and he's fantastic. Unfortunately, he sold his business, but I mean, I have to file for an extension every year.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
never
I'm the
do.
October filer.
Oh, I'm probably going to do that too. Have you filed yet an extension?
I haven't even started my anything.
Mine
No.
are done and mine are done.
Today.
Oh gosh,
Mine
no.
were done in
I didn't
February.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just down on the spot.
What is wrong? With
I
you,
bookwork
Teresa?
every single day.
Is she by the book?
Every
yeah.
day, all day.
Yeah, I
Every
think
day, all
so.
day.
I think so.
I mean, okay, so
Yeah.
when we did the Northwood town to town,
Mhm.
and like a couple people were like a little late to pay. I mean, you went to them and you got it that day.
Mhm.
Are people scared of you?
Yes.
All right, Britt, are people scared of her?
I don't think so. I think they just know that Teresa means business, and it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if you were drunk in the bar when I was there working and you're being naughty, then
You got any
not so
stories
much.
on that?
I one about her husband.
Oh, let's hear that about.
Was that when he was underage?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
about Tom, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
let's hear this one,
Yes.
and then we'll
Yeah.
do a little sponsor break here.
Well,
This was before I knew him.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was 21 when I
he
met
was-
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was
So,
underage.
yeah.
There was four. There's. I've had these groups of boys, And they were boys. They were all underage, and there was groups. This was the first group of 4. No, that you guys are he was the second group of 4.
Tyson, Sam, Tom.
Yes. But you
Who's
had
4?
Bradley and Brian, or Bradley and couple and Matt and a couple other ones before that. But anyway, those guys got caught drinking underage. And then I just,
What do you do?
took care of it.
Yeah. What do you do when you know someone's
when-
not 21? You just kind of like, hey, get out, or
When
do
I
you,
find
like,
him out, I
physically-
kick him out. Yeah. So I did. And it's like, if you're going to drink in a small town, you got to know that we know who your parents are and who you are, that you should not go. I don't care if you go out of town and drink at someone else's bar. I won't say nothing because it's not my license, but it was my livelihood and I cared. But anyway, with her husband and his little friends, I called their parents on them.
She did.
And Tom got lucky. I didn't find his dad or his mom, but I caught him.
Very lucky.
And I had a little conversation with the little boy, and
What'd you say to Tom?
I don't remember. It's a long
Stay
time
them
ago.
out of my bar.
I think
pretty
there were
much.
some words that you told us we couldn't say.
Yeah. There, I just basically explained to him. I said, and then I even wrote a letter to the editor. It's like, if you're not old enough
Do
to
not
drink,
mess with Teresa.
don't come in the bar. If you're not old enough to drink, stay out. Come in, you're 21. I don't care,
Right.
but don't do it. And then there was another girl that she came in. She wasn't 21. She was sitting with her mom, and so my bartenders thought that she was old enough because she was sitting with her mom, and found out. And it's like, really, she ain't old enough neither. It's like, come
Only
on.
in Wisconsin is that legal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It is actually.
So
I
It
have-
is. It's the craziest thing.
In Minnesota, you can drink. Your children can drink with you if they're present with you. I looked it up.
In Minnesota?
Yep.
I know
really.
it's possible in Wisconsin. In fact, I would drink by myself before I was 18 in bars, and I
I knew Wisconsin was, but I didn't think Minnesota. I
In
thought
Minnesota,
there.
you have to be with your parents, and it's not every bar. But like, if you are out somewhere, if you're at friends' houses or at your house or whatever, you can drink with your parents.
Weird.
Wow, I
It's
can't
legal in
believe
Minnesota.
Minnesota's usually pretty stricter on everything.
Yeah.
else, So.
So all you had to do is shoo Tom and his buddies, Willie and Jason. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
and then
those
I
are
smacked
those
him
are
on the
alpha
head
people.
too. And then I found out, and then they were in Halloween costumes too.
Oh,
So I caught him that way, and then I smacked him on the head.
Yeah.
Poor Tyson. I did. I smacked him on the head. Like,
Oh, you didn't knock any sense into it.
Tyson?
but we're all buddies. All of us, everybody,
Yes.
we're all buddies and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, we gave each other crap and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
I mean, you kicked us out of the bar plenty of times at 2:00.
well, yeah, you
Yeah.
guys all deserve to be out there at
Yeah.
2:00 in the morning. Yeah,
Plenty of times.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But I can honestly say I never drank underage at your bar.
And I appreciate that.
Yep, I never
Mhm.
did.
Why?
Because Tom got in trouble there.
Respectful. I don't know how many bars I got kicked out of before I was 21. In fact, I'll even say this. I don't care. I got a few underages too. Yeah.
I had
Even in Denmark, Wisconsin, which is like the drinking capital of the world, I swear, they still somehow got me 3 different times.
I even had the cops. Somebody called the cops on me when I threw somebody out of the bar. They called the cops on me because I threw them out of my own place.
So what did the cop do?
They came
Laugh.
up and pretty much laughed, and yeah,
Sorry, you have to deal with that,
it's
Teresa.
like, but that's just the way it happens. So,
Mhm. Well, and that's the thing too. Even with all of our law enforcement, we know them all personally.
well, yeah,
I mean, it's a small town,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sponsor updates.
Oh.
Jason, Willie, and Derek, we're going to be opening them up, I think, in the next couple of weeks. They have a brand new location right off Highway 18, just north of that on the right side, the east side of Federal Avenue in Mason City. So we will be there. You're going to wear your sweatshirt? We should probably hook you guys up with some Alpha Roofing Company sweatshirts.
Well,
or
yeah,
something.
you're making us do this. You should.
Making. Or some, yeah. You know what? I will hook you up with one of those, but I don't have it today. So.
No.
All right.
He'll forget. He'll forget anyway.
Yeah.
Make sure you get
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll give it to Christine.
the brains behind the operation.
Yes, thank you. I mean, if you just saw my brain, it's like this.
Yeah.
Constantly. They are in Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, and obviously Mason City. If you have any roofing needs, please give them a call. Just Google Alpha Roofing Company. I'm surprised I remembered their full company name and they're a sponsor. That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
All right, women's entrepreneurship. That's what I want to hit on the second half. This is like we've been joking around a lot, but this is kind of more of a serious thing because I've always thought this deep down that I think women are better executives. They're great decision makers, and why not be an entrepreneur as well? I think there are so many positives to being a business owner. But do you guys have any struggles as women? Maybe compared to men when you're talking about being a business owner? Can you think of anything right off the top, or are things changing maybe slowly as we get into 2021, say from 10, 15, 20? I mean, you're a little more seasoned than what we are. Have you seen changes?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I've had, you get some male salesperson in or anybody in, and where's the boss at? Now that's me. Oh, you can't. No, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've had a couple of them, but I remember when I bought my house, my dad was with me, and somebody pulled up and asked my dad about what I'm doing to his house. And he's like, no, that's not his. So yeah, I mean, I've had people like that, and when I bought the buildings downtown, and they're like, is your dad buying it? No, that would be me and stuff. So, I mean, I'm a landlord. I got apartments. I rent to tenants and stuff. And I don't know.
What are the relationships like and I'll ask you some of these questions too, but what are the relationships like that you've had maybe with banks and maybe other business owners? Have they changed throughout the years as this has kind of been changing as well? Kind of this, I feel like we're evolving a bit as a human race. It's not just all men. I mean, what was it, 1929 when women could finally vote?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, things have changing, right? So have relationships changed since you've been a young adult to where you're at now? I'm not saying you're old, but you got a couple of years.
I got years on you and her. Yeah.
Well, you are a grandma.
Yeah. Yeah. Only because I'm married. Well, you skip the parent part, you go to the grandma part, and you get married. So it's kind of good.
That's the best part, though.
I missed that diaper part, and I'm glad I did. I don't know. I guess I've just been doing this for so long, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
So I haven't had any. I mean, I'm very vocal in how I feel, and if I have an issue, you'll definitely know. If I don't, I usually don't say much. So
I think we can all agree and here too that you do probably have a presence about you, and that I mean that it's a compliment,
right?
So people aren't going to mess with you,
right? Well, there was a semi driver that delivered booze. This is, I don't remember how many years ago it was, but he was a state driver, and he talked stupid, the men thing, and it could have been, they felt it was more sexual harassment part on it, and I didn't really give a crap. And so one of the guys from the state came up and asked me about me reporting him for harassment. And I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
Well, he said some, I'm like, if he did, I don't really care, because so used to the crap at the bar, I didn't think about it.
But is there a generational gap though? I mean, that was probably normal for your generation and maybe even my generation.
I didn't feel that it was the stuff he was saying. It was like, stuff you hear at the bar. I really don't care. If it bothered me, I would have said something, but it didn't bother me because I know when it's right and when it's wrong.
Yeah.
And it was wrong on his part to say the stuff he was saying, but I didn't take it offense to it because I didn't really care.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me one bit. I'm not going to go report him on it because he didn't say anything that bothered me too much. I was like, whatever. I mean, if you would have said something like that, then I definitely would have called and I would have charged.
You would have just slapped him.
Yeah, that would have been just like Tyson or Tyle or whatever the heck his name is.
Tyson. I smacked him. Yeah. But no, normally the stuff doesn't bother me that much. I mean, I just chalk it up. And if you're being that stupid and you're going to keep going on, then I'll do something. But until I get bothered by it, it doesn't really bother me when people say stupid stuff, because I'm just used to people saying stupid stuff. When you're drinking, is like, you can't have an argument with a drunk person. There's no sense even going there, and this driver was just, that's how he was. And I just didn't bother me. If it would have bothered me, I definitely would have said something, but I didn't even think about it. The state came up and they're like, what? I'm like, I don't remember what the even guy said. So.
And what about you?
Well, I probably have a little bit different mindset. Like, I don't know, not necessarily mindset, but
I think we all do, and that's
I remember.
Interesting topic.
Yeah, I remember the first time that I was told the word no because I was a girl, and I was 12 years old.
Oh,
and I played hockey, and at the time there was no such thing as girls hockey, didn't exist. So I was probably 12, was trying out for Pewees, and the A coach, after tryouts completed, came up to me looked me dead in the eye and said, I don't care how good you are, you will never play on my team because girls shouldn't play hockey. And I was speechless. Like I fumbled,
Wow.
like I didn't know.
Well, you were 12.
I was
so
12, and
yeah.
this is an adult who is an authority, right? And I mean, I was just stunned. And so one, even if I did make his team, I don't want to play for him.
Yeah.
But I learned at that age that I'm going to prove you wrong.
So what did you do?
I played on B team. But when I made the B team, I believe I was the first girl to ever play on the B team. So, because there was 3, it was A, B, and C. So even that was a little bit historic, you know, just I was the first girl to make a team higher than C.
Yeah.
That was definitely a turning point just as a young person. And I know that I've taken that on the rest of my life. I've had people when I was getting ready to do before I even did my business, you know, I was passed up on promotions. And I think it was because I was a woman, and maybe not, but
I mean, if
it
you
was
have a gut
kind of
feeling
hard.
on it,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit hard. But I've always been one to I take it with vengeance, and I'm going to prove you wrong. And even when I was getting my business plan put together, I had some people kind of just throw their hands up, and they're like, Northwood, Iowa? How many brides are in Northwood? I'm like, no, my God, look bigger. We have to look bigger. But again, I took that as, well, watch me. Like, I'm going to prove to you that this can be done. And that's how I've always been. I mean, I almost laugh if, you know, it's just like, tell me no, and I'm going to show you different.
Yeah. See, I think I was a lot different because my dad ran the business.
Sure.
So, and, you know, when I was in high school, you know, I did whatever I did, you know, and then I get out and I go work at some place. I worked at Kmart for 3 years. And then I moved back to town here and I went to the plant, and my dad's been my boss ever since. and then, so I never had that, please, nobody told me no. He just, you know, I didn't beg for anything over there. I just got what I got, you know, and a lot of people resented that, oh my God, you're the boss's daughter, so you're sure you're going to get, so I had that, you know.
But you learned I
learned a lot.
Firsthand.
I did. You know,
you truly did.
I did, you know, and it was so luckily for my dad, because so when I bought the bar, I had his support, you know, and he knew I could do it. And actually he showed me he helped me with my bookwork to get started with it, you know, because I knew how to do part of it, but I didn't know some of the things to do. And he actually helped me with that part of it. So it's a lot easier now. But yeah, so if it wouldn't have been for me having a family to go into, that's why I've never had to struggle, like, you know, getting told, no, you can't be on this team. It's like, or lose promotions, because I didn't have that, you know, I was different, you know,
How did your dad treat at that time? So he sold the business in 99, you said, or
99. He sold it in 1998. And then he left in April of 99 because he had a contract with them to help him with the transfer and stuff.
Yeah.
And then after he left, I was going to get fired because they don't want family in there. So I had to find something.
They feel like they have to change the culture.
Right. Yeah. So, and it's like, and I wouldn't.
The first thing out of your mouth would have been like, well, that's how my dad did it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And
and there's been some other people that have had
Yeah.
their family business was sold, and the kids thought they should stay there. And I'm like, you're going to get fired or you're going to leave. I said, and I've told, and
which
I've
is
been
sad.
right. It is sad. You know, all the knowledge that the family, that the kids have. But so so when he left in 99, the lady who owned the bar, Judy, I went to her and I said, I never thought about, I talked to my dad about it before I even said about doing this. And I said to her, I said, you want to sell your bar? She bought crafter pants. So it just kind of, you know, I had the opportunity to do something like that, but I knew I was going to get fired. If I didn't get fired, I was going to quit. So I'd rather have left being just quitting. And I tell you this, I gave them 8 weeks notice because they were going through a computer merger and merge and stuff like that. And I knew that when I gave them my 8 weeks notice, the stress just fell down. And I was like, oh, I was just so happy. And there was another guy that was out there and he did the same thing. He did the same. Well, he didn't leave. He retired, but he said he was stressed out. And as soon as he gave them his a couple weeks notice, but his stress just went just off. You know, it was just amazing how much stress you get, you know, when you're in that kind of environment. And so, yes, that's how I got the bar, was because I was going to get fired. So it was either fire and try to figure out what you can do, or do something. But I tell you, if I would have known then what I know now, I never would have bought that bar. Because I always wanted to have a retail store. And I thought liquor would be this thing into town.
Oh, yeah.
I should have opened a liquor store first, but I didn't know about how a liquor store would work in this town until I had that bar.
Well,
And
tell
then-
the story about where you had the liquor store prior, just in case someone that's watching doesn't know. It wasn't on the corner.
No, I bought,
Or
no,
over here.
it right over there. No, so after I bought the bar in 1999, October, then I was getting tired of going to Mason City to get my booze every week. Because you had to go like 2-3 times a week because you run out of something. You're like, you know, so you're hauling butt down there and, you know, and stuff. So so I thought, you know, I should open a liquor store, but I couldn't find anything in town to put a store in. There was nothing in town. So
The back alley worked, huh?
it did. And, well,
That's pretty much
yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
my dad happened to be the friend
Remember
of one of
that,
the
like,
lawyers here in
shady
town.
location,
Yeah, shady
Shady
location.
Tree.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Shade. It should have been shady, the whole
I
time.
know. I should have been the shady lady. Yeah. And so my dad was friends with the local lawyer. But he's still, I mean, I still am too. But there was 2 buildings downtown that were on an estate sale. They were going to be sold. So it was a building there where Subway's at now, but it used to be Charlie Hove had a shop there. And then next door there was a beauty shop, and then behind there was actually the old doctor's office. I used to go there for the doctor when I was a little kid.
So you go to the doctor and then get some booze after, huh?
I was still getting mail for the doctor, and he had been dead for years.
Any stimulus checks?
I know. And so it was an old apartment. I mean, it looked like an old apartment. Actually, it turned into an apartment. And so I was in that building. Oh, it was horrible for 14 years. Couldn't park. All the kids were playing basketball, and couldn't get a place to park. It was horrible. So I finally, the stage where I'm at now, it came out available. Nobody bought it. Sitting there for 3 years trying to.
Was it really
3
that long?
It was 3 years before I bought
Well, it was pretty run
on for
down.
sale.
Was it?
You know,
Yeah,
it
needed
was
you did a lot of
needed,
work.
Yeah, it needed some
Mhm.
TLC, you know, and so I just, you know, I had to move it because people couldn't park there. It was hard. I mean, it was horrible.
Mhm.
So it was like perfect spot, and made the offer and bought it in October of 13 and moved in January of 14.
And you have some interesting signs that you put out there too. You spent a lot of money on this electronical sign.
Yeah,
How much was it?
I'm not telling you.
That's
He
the
wants
fir-
one.
I want one right in my front yard. Hook me up there, Georgie.
I put colorful comments up there.
So what do you have up there right now? Do you know?
Oh, shit, I don't remember. Oops, sorry.
We
I knew I was gonna swear. I knew
It's
it.
only the S word. It's not the end of the world.
No.
She's gonna look.
It was
I'll look it up.
yeah. I think
Do you
it's a good
remember
day
any-
for day drinking. Oh, the best was the when I bought the building, there was the pole was there, but you had to go up with letters, and I bought this thing to put up there, so you had to slide letters on it. Well, former boyfriend, and he gave me this. He said, "You should put this up," which is the coldest beer, or beer colder than my ex's heart. And so he gave me the idea to do it. Well, then my new boyfriend, who happens to be my husband now,
I was gonna say, how many boyfriends you got there?
shut up. So he put it up there.
Maybe it's a tape.
Yeah, exactly. So he put it up. So everybody thought that me and Jeff broke up. It's like, no, it's because of Jason. And, you know, so
You
anyway,
put up
that's,
the Jays, Jeff and Jason. huh?
I did. Yeah.
Who did you marry, Jim?
Jose.
She likes tequila. Oh, there we go.
Let's drink to nothing in
Particular. Yep. I mean, I think it's a good day for day drinking. I think the other one is.
Yeah.
I think I post both colorful comments. I used to do the video of them all, but now it's just colorful comments every week. Yeah.
I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so you do a little bit of drinking at your business, right?
Why don't you do a sponsorship thing quick?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
is it ready for? Holy cow!
Holy cow.
4:45.
Yeah.
Us ladies like to talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, sponsor update, Alpha Roofing Company out of Mason City, Des Moines, and Cedar Rapids. We appreciate them sponsoring this. Otherwise, we would not be here. You'd be doing something, maybe some drinking on a
I'd
Monday
be home probably watching
You'd be
TV.
probably at home. All right, I would ask what your favorite TV show is, but I'm not that curious. I'm guessing, let's see, I Love Lucy? No? Gilligan's Island.
Oh, I like that one too. But
Me too.
yeah, but
Okay.
yeah.
I won't keep guessing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you do something really interesting.
What's
you bring, okay, so for the party that they come, the men,
Yes,
they
the
do
tuxedo
their-
groups.
Yep.
Yes.
They come in there, they get fitted, but they can bring,
They can bring their own beer
and it can be anything.
as long as they don't spill. I don't care.
Okay, so do you have anything?
Well, okay. I request no red wine. Obviously,
Yeah, that makes sense.
they can if that's a group that wants wine, they can bring white wine or champagne. But yeah, no, the guys can bring a case of beer if they want.
How many guys are bringing shampoo?
Well,
Maybe
no.
some shampoo too.
No, I mean, yeah. No, there's many that come in like straight from work, doing chores. They still have
Do you tell them that they stink?
dirty boots. No, I don't care.
Oh. I would be a horrible bridal person. I'd be like, you stink, go do something.
I mean, I make fun of them.
Oh, good.
I mean, I know most of them.
Yeah.
So, but
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the experience like? Give me like a really fun story of some sort.
oh, fun story.
Didn't I ask her to do this as a town to town, and she's like, oh.
No, you asked me about a Bridezilla.
Oh yeah. And you said you do the sigh, and I
No, I know.
I don't have really Bridezilla.
No Bridezillas ever.
remember the sigh though in the town to town. I like hit that perfectly. with
You
your
did.
editing.
Yeah, you did. That
Yeah,
was that was pretty good. Yeah.
That was good.
No, that was pretty good. No, I will tell every bride that their biggest stressor of their wedding is going to be their groomsmen and the bridesmaids. Like they are going to stress them out probably the most. And nothing against either of them. But it's hard to coordinate
Completely.
everybody's
Everybody wants an opinion.
yes. Don't get me wrong. Love my bridesmaids, love my groomsmen. But sometimes we just have to do what the bride wants.
Yeah.
It is
So-
the bride's day.
It's a really good way.
I mean,
to
the groom too, but
Well, no.
mostly the
Mostly
bride.
bride.
So it's a good
Let's
way.
be honest.
It's a good way to get people all in.
Yeah.
All the groomsmen.
Yes.
You have
So,
any fun stories that happen?
well, I do have a gentleman who,
You want to say his name? Maybe he's watching.
well, he'll know. We call him Brandy. He's
Brandy?
Brandy. Yeah. He used to work for my husband. Brady.
Oh,
Yeah. So we like to give him a hard time because he is, I don't know if they pay him to continuously be a groomsman or if he just has a ton of friends, but he's in a lot of weddings. So
Is he a cool guy?
oh yeah, for sure. No, he just has a ton of friends. And so I like to give him a hard time because every time he's in, he's like, "When do I get a free one? When do I get a free one?" I'm like, "When you're the groom." Duh. Like then the groom gets a free tux. But no, he was in on Saturday again, and they had brought a case of beer, and I had some prom shoppers in there, and their moms were like, "Hey, share."
Yeah.
You know?
I want
Yeah,
the Busch
like,
Light.
yeah, help us out. And it was Busch Light.
Was it? I'm
Yeah.
not surprised. Did they buy it from you?
Probably. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, they did because they showed up and they're like, "Well, where's the beer?" And I'm like, no, you bring your own beer. Like, I don't provide the beer. Like, you can bring your own. I'll let you drink it. So yeah, they ran, I think, to the liquor store and grabbed a case of
I
beer.
wasn't there.
Well, I missed it because I was busy, but I guess he was standing in the front window modeling or posing.
Why couldn't anyone get Brady on them videos?
I
If
know.
anyone has that, let us
I
know.
I don't know if anybody does, and my cameras didn't catch it. So because he was like
Oh.
just right in the blind spot.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So
So how
but
stressful of a day are these for you? I mean,
I love it. So I mean,
Okay.
if you come in on a busy day like on Saturday, you might walk in and say, "Whoa, this is crazy." But I mean, everything's by appointment, so I know what's coming when it's coming, and we just roll with it. So it's fun. I love it.
Have you had anything that just like completely blew up for a wedding?
Hmm.
Well, you're probably not going to tell us the
no.
absolute truth just because
No,
there may be some
I mean-
potential buyers here.
Honestly, like I tell everybody, if nothing can ruin your day, and if you're going to stress out about the little stuff, I mean, why?
But all brides do, right? To a
Well,
point.
I mean, okay, so wedding stress is a different kind of stress. And anybody that's been married knows that
I was
all of a
never
sudden,
stressed. It's probably why I'm not married anymore.
okay, that's why brides are stressed because they're grooms.
Why are you pointing your finger at me?
They're grooms. People like you.
Yeah, you.
No, I mean, like, honestly, all you have to do is show up,
That's what I did.
right? All you have to do is show up.
My tuxes were too big.
Yeah.
My neck was like
Just
this.
like when your son was born. All you had to do was show up.
You were see, I was fantastic during that. I had so much fun. I can remember exactly what I
Yeah.
was doing.
No, but but you guys stress out like it's so much work for you, but really it's,
It was watching that epidural. I almost passed out watching that go.
oh yeah, it was so hard on you.
It
It was
was.
so hard on you.
It was awful. I'm like, getting a little queasy here.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do it.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But you're probably
We
in
won't
so
get
much
into it.
pain. that it probably didn't even hurt.
Yeah, it does.
I know.
They
So
start- they
let me
start
tell
and
you.
They're like, lay down. The baby's heart stopped.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that's the worst. Yes. No, I will tell you. So I have 2 kids and I've had 5
Got dark
epidurals.
quick.
Yeah. I've had 2 kids and 5 epidurals. So we'll talk about that one later. And
Yeah.
you can
5.
tell.
Did you like it so much you wanted
No,
more?
they just kept screwing them up. But no, any weddings. Oh, they're fun. No, they're fun. And
fun.
yeah, I know. I honestly can't think of a time that something like really went bad.
What about you?
No,
Have you
I
had
don't know.
Have you had anyone like really crazy come into the I call it the shop, but I mean it's a liquor store.
I've had a lot of shady people.
I'm never gonna live that down.
Sneaking into your
Hey.
employees on the back room.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not the one that had a liquor store in the back corner uptown. Sneaking in.
People back then didn't want to be caught seen walking into a liquor store.
Yeah.
Now they don't care.
Yeah.
Prohibition.
Well,
Well,
I'm
That
talking back in 2000.
Yeah.
I'm talking 21 years ago. No one
Yeah.
cared. No, people did not want to be caught walking into the store. Now they don't care.
Oh,
You know,
I
they're
loved
having
it when I was pregnant with Legion, and I came into your liquor store because we were remodeling our house and we were paying all of our friends in beer. And I came walking out of the liquor store and I had like 2 cases of beer and some cigarettes. Very pregnant.
here.
Yeah, no, I was like extremely pregnant. Was not for me at all.
Are you sure?
But
Sure.
100%.
I'm teasing.
I know. But people like that were at the stop sign were like just staring at me, and I'm like, yes,
This is
Yes,
me.
this
Here,
is
I'll
for
open
me.
it
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Crack a beer right there.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like,
How many cigarettes did you get? Did you get like a
I
carton?
think I probably. I don't smoke, but
Probably
everybody
looked
else
like
does, you know. So it
I would
probably
have
did look really bad.
I'm not much of a judge, but if I would have
Yeah.
saw you out here with all this,
I mean,
like,
yeah,
Yeah.
I know, I get it, but yeah, I think there could have been an accident at the stop sign.
So I would
Do
have.
you ever have accidents at the stop sign?
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
lots of accidents at that stop
Yeah.
sign out there.
you know, when I first saw your place, I thought maybe it was like an old Pizza Hut. It kind of has that shape to it.
Well, okay, so
Well, you can't
When-
miss it.
you can't
No.
miss it.
I honestly thought when they were painting it yellow, it was just the
Mexi-
primer.
Oh, yeah. It was,
And I was like,
there was like
no,
green.
seriously, I
there
was
was
like,
like
there is
green.
no way.
There was this ugly green color, and
Well,
then
they had done stucco.
yeah,
And so I was like, oh, it's got to just be a primer.
yeah. And then there was like green, and
Still
then
yellow.
Then the yellow. Everybody said, "Is that a community Mexican restaurant?" No, Tequila's is down the road. And the other day, actually, like a couple weeks ago, a lady stopped at this in drive-up window and said, "Is this a Mexican restaurant?" I'm like, "No."
Okay. It kind of does.
It
look
does.
like-
I know it does, but
Yeah.
it's bright, colorful. You know, Sean
It
thinks
is-
it's funny when I tell her that.
It is bright yellow,
Yeah,
red, and green.
it's bright. People can't miss it.
Why don't you do a Taco Tuesday with like a taco truck outside?
That's a
No,
great
senor.
idea. Well,
They did that for you for your
Oh
anniversary.
Yeah, the Happy Donkey did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
they came and did that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love that
That's
name.
been
Happy
fun.
Donkey.
Mhm.
Happy Donkey.
Yeah.
But they could
Yeah.
do it more.
I know. I know.
How busy was Happy Donkey when they came? I just wanted to say that one more time.
How busy was the store when Happy Donkey came? Well, I had to buy.
Just Happy Donkey in general. Had to say
Well, they were always happy donkeys. So I know.
How many times can we say Happy Donkey in a minute?
I know. Wanna love this because he's gonna probably see us later because we're friends on Facebook.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's going to be all
Yeah.
over this.
Uh-huh.
So I'll change the subject a little bit because we're
Oh,
getting
my.
a little. It's like we've been drinking all afternoon.
I know we're gonna need tequila after this.
I know.
What's the hardest part of owning your own business? We'll start with you.
Trying to please everybody.
No, it's
Honestly.
not. It's not the books. It's not getting clientele. It's just making sure.
No, when I lose sleep, it's because I want to make sure, like, I stress about making sure everybody's as happy as they can be. Honestly, I think that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
I mean, I suck at the books. Like, everybody knows that. I do.
The IRS.
The IRS is gonna know now.
Yeah, October. You're getting your taxes.
October. But I mean, I always feel like paperwork and stuff can wait to a point. But I lose the most sleep about making sure everybody's happy. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's the hardest part.
What about you?
I don't lose much sleep. I'm so tired.
But
I go home,
again,
I'm like,
I
"Ah."
think that goes back to you've been in business for so long. I'm very much in the building stages.
Yeah.
So like you are, I don't want to say in coast mode.
Established.
You're established. And
Yeah.
so you have everything in place. I'm still figuring it out
Mhm.
as I
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
figuring out what works, adding,
If I can have my
changing.
tax already done by February, it's like, oh, there's a problem there. But
I don't want to hear about it.
You want me to start doing your bookwork for you?
Yes.
I'll probably do it.
No, you would probably come
Would
in.
you do
and
mine too?
Yeah, no, you would
I'll
come
pay
in
you.
and your anxiety, you would look at my books and be like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
I'd be like, where's this at?
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, you can come look at my desk anytime. It's great.
Yeah, my desk is nice and
Mhm.
clean. I got all caught up from the
Holiday. I can't stand St. Patrick's Day. You guys Irish?
no
I
just-
am no.
I just
You
like
know
it.
that I can't.
nails for the holidays. And then if they're not holidays, I do-
Great nails.
yeah. You kidding me?
Well, and you'd be a little. You'd be asking if I did.
Yeah, no. I do not do my paid to get done because I don't have work. I have time to do it. I don't have time to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The thing about Thanks a lot,
So,
Amanda.
Yeah, good job.
Everybody's getting off work, so everybody's
Oh, yeah.
online.
Hopping on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The hell was I saying? Oh,
Get to do what you want when you want.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was gonna go back to nails.
So-
No, we don't have to go back to nails.
no, it was kind of lost my train of thought here.
Well, we'll pick it up.
Yeah,
What's your favorite?
I think.
So many things, right?
I know.
I'm serious when I
you
say
know,
that.
I often joke that my boss is a jerk. You know,
My boss is a bitch.
I can't talk about my boss.
Please don't say anything about me.
Her boss is shady.
yeah, he's
He
shady.
didn't bring me coffee today.
Nope.
What a loser.
Us either.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
I brought my employees
Yeah.
something back from vacation.
Yeah, that
This-
was
You
nice.
can't even do that?
Yeah.
This
What?
is not even that good of coffee. It's black and it's cold, and you wouldn't want it anyway.
I wouldn't drink it anyway.
See? Would you drink tea?
No.
Water and Coke?
Hmm.
Do you drink pop?
Diet Pepsi usually.
I like Coke Zero, my favorite.
We kind of joke about my wounded soldiers. I'll open one and I never finish it. Ever. I waste so much.
At home, if I'm sitting at home watching TV,
Yeah.
I tend to not drink it as much,
Mhm.
but it just sits there.
But yeah, I'll drink coffee all day.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, coffee's good. All right. Final thoughts. How long are you going to stay in business? You.
Well, I'm not old enough to retire yet, so probably at least another 10 years. Then I'd be old enough to
Now I
retire.
know how old you are. That's
Yeah,
good.
I'm
Thank you.
56 for God's sakes.
Dude, you're around there. You want to know how old my parents are? You don't.
My
know.
age. My age.
Actually, you're a little younger.
Yeah, I know. You told me that before.
Oh my gosh.
And then I called you mom a couple times, and I think
And I
you
was like-
wanted to beat me up.
Well, you're old enough to be my mom.
I could, yeah.
Mhm.
I know.
You're not old enough to be my mom. How does that
Oh, thank God.
Slow.
Thank God.
She'd have been an awfully young mother.
Yeah, she did. That stuff happens.
I not this girl. Mm-mm.
All right. How about you?
I suppose I got another at least 30 years in me, I hope.
I mean, the only way it's
I have no exit strategy at this point.
No?
So that'll be down the road.
down the road. Are
Yeah.
you guys gonna do anything else for business? Gonna expand and do? I could see maybe you doing like a Mexican truck or something, and then how about
Negative.
you doing?
Negative.
You could buy her liquor store. Where are you? Yeah, what are you gonna do with it? At some point,
Why
you're
does
gonna
Well,
have to sell
eventually
it.
I'll sell it. I'll
Why
sell
does
everything I have.
everybody think that I should buy another business? Like
Everybody thinks I do too.
I
Get rid of the
cannot
bar.
tell you how many people are like, you should buy this. You should do that. I'm like, let me do what I'm doing first.
It's easy for us to do
I get
that.
rid of the
Yeah.
bar and then
Yeah.
you should open this up. Oh, you should. I'm like, no.
I mean, we must make owning business look easy.
I think so.
I don't think people know how hard it is and how much work it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is glamorous to a point, but it's
Right.
a lot of freaking work.
Well, you should run two businesses at the same time, a bar and a liquor store at the same time for 20 years. Actually, for 17 years, I did it.
So you know, what, if you were, I would have just hired a manager for both and just.
No. Oh, that's what I was
Well,
going to,
yeah,
that's what
but
I
you
was
know
going
how
to
much
bring
that
up.
costs.
That's what I was going to talk about. That's what I was going to tell you, or that's what I lost my train of thought is sales guys, most will go to a store and they'll place the order for you. No, nobody pays with my money. It's my money. I'll order what I want you don't mess with my money.
Yeah. I think
I'm
there's,
gonna tell you
I
guys.
think there's just a lot behind the
Yeah, you
scenes.
are.
People
I
don't
know.
about. Yeah. No, but that's good. I mean, that's why
It
you're
is
in
good.
business.
Yeah.
What would be one thing that would be really surprising to someone that doesn't own a business that they actually have to do?
Work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it's not impossible. And you don't
No.
have to know everything.
Right.
Like you do not, if you are passionate about what you're doing, it all falls into place.
And if you can afford an accountant,
do it.
do it. If you don't want to afford an accountant.
I would.
You
love
have to be
buy
willing
an
to learn.
Yeah. And I learned, and I don't want to pay somebody to do my book work.
Yeah.
It's
There
not
are
that hard.
certain things that I need to hire out. Like my payroll, I don't want to do
That
it.
is the simplest
I
thing
know.
to goddamn do.
I know it
I can
is.
do it like this in my sleep.
I know, but I
The hell's
just,
wrong
my
with you?
accountant handles it for me. There's certain things I can make
I can
more
do it
money.
for it. I would just do it for cheaper.
$10 an hour.
Not even that.
Yeah. I don't pay much.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you have to put your time in where you can make the most amount of money. So when you can start hiring things out, like I can make the most amount of money per hour if I figured it out doing alterations. So it doesn't make sense for me to be washing the floors, even though I do wash my own floors because I'm too cheap to hire anybody.
I can't
But-
imagine. Yeah.
Well, we mop the floor too.
And that's where I talk about like getting started. You are the main person, but as you go, you start to get processes in place
People
and you
forget-
figure out what works. And someday I'll get a day off.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can take a vacation.
Right. A lot of people think,
Arizona?
yes.
That's not happening.
No, I'm going to a beach. I'm going to the Caribbean.
Caribbean.
That's my next. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care if I go alone. I'm going.
Yeah. See, a lot of people think,
Yes, please.
a lot of people think that, you open up a business, it's just all the fun stuff in the front.
Oh yeah.
You forget about all the crap in the back
Yes.
that you got to take care of, all
Yes.
the other bull
Mm-hmm.
crap you got to do,
Mm-hmm.
employee issues, payroll, books, inventory, ordering stuff. You can't just sell it. It doesn't miraculously disappear,
Mhm.
So, it's always fun and dandy. Oh, I can run a bar. I can bartend. Yeah. Till you realize like, crap, you got to order the stuff. Damn, I only said 34.
You just did it again.
No, you're at 7 now. All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Thank you.
We're not guys, we're girls.
What?
We're girls. You said guys, we're girls. That's sexist right there.
And this is just so ironic. All right. Bye. Take care. God bless.